Yes. And you?
Fine. How are you?
Okay, having some technical difficulties. Who did, anybody, yeah, Cynthia, you were here, you did Wednesday morning's class, and then these worked fine, but for
Yeah,
some
that was
reason,
okay.
yeah, now for some other reason that just don't want to work, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so just quickly a recap, and then I'm going to see if you can actually hear me when I'm a little bit further back into the room. Is the volume okay here now? This is fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if I'm over here?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so technical difficulty one sorted out. Okay, guys, just to remind you that this is general mobility. Okay, this isn't problem specific. So the idea is to use these sessions maybe a little bit more as an identification tool. So if you struggle to get into a certain position, or if you feel that you could probably be or get yourself into a better position, then that's something that you can focus on. Okay. I don't have you in front of me during class sessions to help you identify these things. So use this as an identification tool. And then the videos that we post during the week, those are also general mobility, but you will see in those, for instance, if you have tight hips, every day I try to do at least one hip mobility stretch or movement. So then focus on that. Either do it more regularly or hold it for longer or something like that. Okay, so just to specify that this isn't a one size fits all necessarily. That being said, we all sit way too much, and we could all probably do with a little bit of stretching. And definitely, as far as the thoracic is concerned, the lower back, those are definitely things that we could all either keep healthy or improve upon. Okay. So then, get into it. First up, make sure, guys, as I posted as well, make sure that you have a dowel of some sort. So think broomstick or yeah, anything like that. Otherwise, a rubber band can also work, or even like a towel, like a gym towel that can also work. And then if you can, a small rolled up towel, something to just elevate your bed floor a little bit. Okay. And then also post this in the link or under the mobility. So remember with the Zoom classes to keep an eye out to see if there's anything listed as far as equipment. Don't go crazy, it will be basic stuff. Okay. Everybody's ready to get started. Okay. Okay, guys, then just 1 second. I've got one interesting stomach. Sorry, one 5-year-old who's supposed to be in bed, but dad is neglecting his duties. Okay, so guys, we're going to start off with some knee side to side. We do this quite regularly, but this is a really good lower back activation drill. So just onto your backs, arms out to the side, squeezing the knees together, pulling them to your chest. Just going to gently rock them from side to side 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, guys, just to clarify again, I'm counting the reps for you. This is so that you can keep pace, so that you don't do the movements too quickly. Also, I have a very nice, soothing voice with my Afrikaans accent, and I don't have music, so this will have to do. Okay, next up, we're going to continue with the lower back. So we're going to do floor windmills with the legs. So again, on our backs, arms out to the side. You're going to bring up your right leg, toe pointed. And now we're going to try and draw a line across the ceiling and then across the floor. Okay, so it's up and then across and then down to the other foot. Okay, that's 1. We're going to do 5. It's 3. 4. 5. And now the other side, left leg up. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grab your dowel or your broom. Okay, and then from a standing position, we're going to place the dowel behind our necks. And now from here, we're going to do side bends. The bend should originate from your middle to upper back. So it's the difference between bending like this, where I'm actually using my hip, so my hip is coming out. We don't want that. We want to keep the hip still, pull in the stomach, and twist the thoracic or the upper middle back, okay? We're going to do that 10 times in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. From here, we're still going to focus on that rotation of the upper and middle back. So you're going to go into a lunge position, split lunge position. Dowel again behind your neck. Okay. Now you're going to lean forward so that you feel a good stretch in your hips. Then you're going to rotate to the side. So in other words, your elbow comes towards the knee that is in front of you. And then you're going to twist to the side. And then you're going to go the other way and twist to the side. Each time ensuring or trying to focus not on bending just by the hips or by the lower back. Okay, this is a little bit about body awareness as well. We're going to do 5. So on each side is 1. Okay. So first up, it's 1, and 1. Switching again. It's 2, and 2. It's 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. Then we're going to switch sides. Same story. Lean forward, twist, turn and twist. 1, 2. That's 2. This is number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I hear lots of popping going on. Okay. Now we're just going to put the dowel to the side for a little bit. We're going to do still focusing on an upper back and thoracic. We're going to do a cat-cow thoracic rotation flow. So you're going to start in your quadruped position, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. From here, we are going to first go into our camel. So we're going to drive our stomach to the floor, squeezing our shoulder blades together. From here, we're going to go into our cat. So pulling in our stomach, pulling our shoulder blades apart. Now you're going to lift up your right hand and stick it through underneath your body, pulling those shoulder blades apart. And you're going to rotate open, and now you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together. That's 1. We're going to do 5. Okay, so again, back into your camel, up your cow, into your cat, underneath the body, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. It's 2. Cow, cat, reaching through, squeezing together. Guys, really focus on finding that maximum position, okay? So first beginning to your cat. Underneath, squeeze together. Okay, 1 more. Cat. Underneath the body, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Okay, now for the other side. It's your cat. Reaching through and squeezing together. It's 1. Cow. Cat. Underneath. Squeeze together. Cat. Cow. Underneath. Squeeze together. I think that was number 3. Cat. Underneath. Squeeze together. Okay, 1 more. Cow. Cat. Underneath. And squeeze together. Good job. Okay. Everything's feeling nice and loosey-goosey. Like it? Okay. Next up, you can grab your dowel again. For the next part, I'm just going to show you in a seated position, and then we're going to do this in a prone position. So we're going to be lying flat on our stomachs. But essentially what you're going to be doing is you're just going to grip the dowel outside of your shoulders like you would for a front rack. And then you're going to extend it in front of you when you're lying on the floor. Then you're going to first bring it as far back as you can. And then you're going to pull it down behind your neck. And then back up towards the floor, up behind the neck. Okay, I'm going to show you from the floor as well. We're going to do 10 of these. They're nice and controlled, okay? Searching for that maximum stretch. So, on our stomachs, in our front rack grip, arms extended in front of you, forehead is now going to rest on the floor. You're going to pull your arms up as high as you can, behind your neck, extend back forward, and bring down to the floor. Guys, it's important that you do not lift your feet off the floor. Okay, so we're not going into an arch. Everything should stay as relaxed as possible in the body. This is just so that the shoulders can do the work. Okay, so 10 of these. Let's go. That's 1. 2. 3. Guys, also focus on keeping those wrists straight, okay? 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. 10. Gotta say, that always takes the wind out of me. Okay. Next up, we're going to still work on the shoulders. And we're going to do shoulder extension crab lifts. So what we're going to do is you're going to sit on your butt, feet out in front of you. And now we're going to play around a little bit with the rotation on the arms. So just going to show you the different movements that we're going to do. We're going to have a movement where our thumb points back when we move our arm back, and then we rotate it to palm to the floor. Then we're going to have one where our thumbs point inwards towards our body, and we then have to rotate it. And then we're going to have one where our thumb is pointing to the floor when we start, pointing forward when we rotate. So we're literally taking the shoulders through the various ranges of motion. So how this is going to work is we're going to start off with our thumbs forward. So first the left hand, thumb faces forward, bringing it around, keeping that arm straight and placing it behind your body. Then the other arm, thumb pointing forward, keeping that arm straight as long as you can, and then rotating it, bringing it behind you. Now from this position, we're going to drive our hips up to the air. So if you have tight shoulders, be gentle, okay? You're gonna go up, and then you're gonna push your hips up as high as you can, then you're gonna hold it there for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and we're gonna come back down. Now we're gonna do the same thing. This time our thumbs are pointing inwards towards our body. And the right side. And up she goes. And back down. Resetting. Thumbs pointing backwards now. And up. And again. Thumb pointing forward. Or towards the floor if you want to start off with. Hips up. Okay, thumbs towards the body. Hips up. Thumbs facing towards the ceiling when you start. Hips up. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm already able to get more range of motion when I drive my hips up. Okay, one more time. Thumb thumbs towards the floor when you start. Hips up. Okay, thumb towards the body. Hips up. Thumbs towards the ceiling. And last time, hips up. Now it's all the talking, all the mobility. Just want to grab a sip of water. Okay, still on the shoulders, but this time targeting a little bit of the front part of the shoulders. We're going to stretch those out with the twisted cross. So onto your stomach. Each you guys should remember from class. Starting in the cross position, we're going to bring our left hand and place it underneath our left shoulder. Left leg goes over the right leg, and we're pressing down with our left arm. You're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Gently roll out of that into the other side. So right hand underneath the right shoulder, right leg over the left leg, pressing down, holding it for 30 seconds. To a quadruped position. So again, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And from here, we're going to do shoulder cars or shoulder CARs. So essentially, think of it as like half a swimmer. So we're going to start off with your elbow high and your hand between your shoulder blades. Okay? We want to keep our chest parallel to the floor. Okay, so try not again to turn out of the hip or have your lower back flex to compensate. So, hand between the shoulder blades, elbows up. We're going to start by extending our arm forward, then trying to keep our hand as high as we can, coming around, rotate, and we're going to bring our arm back up and try and get in between our shoulder blades again. We're going to work our way back, again trying to keep that hand as high as you can, bringing your hand and placing it back between your shoulder blades. That's 1. We're going to do 5. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. One more. That's 5. Okay. Now for the other side. Here you will notice Well, I notice, especially my mobility on my right side is not so good. But you might notice a difference between the two sides. That's one. That's two. That's three. That's four. One more. That's five. Okay, so moving on to the hips, we're going to basically do the same thing we just did, except now we're going to do hip CARs. So again, back into your quadruped position. We're going to start off by bringing your knee as high as you can to your chest, then as high out to the side as you can. Then you want to rotate, trying to keep that knee as high as you can, all the way back to the chest. This time we're going to go backwards. You're going to do five. The idea is to, all the way through the rotation, to try and find that maximum range of motion. Okay? That was one. Four more. That's two. Guys, just as a note, keep pulling in your stomach so that you don't arch your back when you bring your leg around. Okay? We don't want the lower back to compensate for the lack of mobility in the hips, so keep that core tight. Two down, three to go. Three. That's four. That's five. I don't know about you, but I just need to take a break between those. Before this, I didn't realize how tight my hips were. But you live, you learn. Okay, on to the other side. That's one. Two. Three. Four. One more. That's five. Okay. Now the hips are starting to get a little bit looser. We're going to go into a frog pose with rock backs. So, frog pose, you want to place your legs wide enough apart so that your hips can basically fall in between your feet if you're just sitting upright. Okay? The tricky part comes in, because now we're going to lean forward, and then we're going to go back, keeping a proud chest and a flat back. We're going to use our hands to press our hips backwards and down in between our feet. Okay? If you find this easy, then you can spread out your legs a little bit wider, and pretty soon it's not easy anymore. We're going to do 10 of these. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Okay. Starting with the focus on the hips, we're going to do half frog rocks. So basically, you are going to place your one foot underneath your butt. The other leg you're going to extend out to the side. And we're going to start off by pointing the toe. Okay? So with the pointed toe, you're going to be on your hands in front of you. And then from here, keeping that toe pointed, you're going to rock back. And where you feel it is on the inside of the leg, here. Okay? And go forward, and we're going to rock back again. We're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now staying in this position, we're going to roll over to our heel. Okay, so off the toe and onto the heel, and we're going to do another 5 rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to switch. Again, we're starting off with the pointed toe. Nice split position. And we're going to start off by rocking back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. From here, we're going to roll over and have now be on our heel. Again, walking forward. We're going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Okay. So next up, we're going to do a tactical frog with an internal rotation of the hip. So I hope I can demonstrate these okay. I find these very difficult to do. Thus, I figured I might as well do them tonight with you guys. Okay. So tactical frog is your legs are going to be as wide as it was with the regular frog. Then you're going to come down into your elbows. So I don't know, this seems to be a tactical position. Maybe if I'm crawling somewhere. Now what we want to do is we want to bring our foot up and to the side. So I'm going to try and show you. Up and out as far as you can. I'm going to show you from the front as well. So we want to bring up and out. Okay? Trying to keep our hips still. And literally it'll only be an internal rotation of the legs. We're going to do 10 in total, so we're going to alternate. Okay, let's see. 1, 2. Try and keep that hip still. And sway the hips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Okay, next up, into our supine figure 4. So we're going to be lying on our back, and then you're going to take your left foot, place it on your right knee. Then you're going to grab your thigh of your right leg, and your left elbow you're going to place against your left knee. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pull our right knee towards our body whilst pressing away with our left elbow. Okay? So pulling our right knee towards our body and pressing our left knee away with our elbow. We're going to hold this for 45 seconds. Another 15 seconds. Keep pulling and pushing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to switch sides. So this time, right foot on your left knee. Hands behind your left quad, on your hamstring, right elbow into your right knee, pull and press. Another 15 seconds. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so now that we've got the hips rotating in every which way, we're going to focus a little bit on the hip flexors itself, and then also on the hamstring. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to a half kneeling position. You might have to move your front foot around a little bit depending on how tight your hamstrings are and how long your legs are, I guess. So first up, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch out the hip flexors. So in order to do that, we have to rotate the pelvis. So it's the same as when you go into a hollow. You want to decrease the distance from your ribs to your hips. You want to make this distance smaller. So you're going to tilt that pelvis. Okay. Once you've tilted it, you're going to hold this position, and then from here you're going to lean forward. Okay. If you do not tilt the pelvis and you lean forward, you're just arching your lower back, and we don't want that because then that's compensating for your tight hip flexors. So tilt the pelvis, lean forward. We're going to hold it there for 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5. You're going to come back, and now you're going to, this is the part where you might have to move your foot a little bit. You're going to lean forward, driving your knee towards the floor, stretching out that hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we're going to tilt that pelvis and then lean forward, holding it for 5 seconds. 3, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to stretch out that leg, hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, tilting the pelvis, leaning forward. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Grab 2 more. Tilt the pelvis. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1. And stretching the leg. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to switch. Again, starting off by tilting the pelvis, leaning forward. 3, 2, 1. Into the hamstring. 3, 2, 1. Tilt the pelvis. 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 3, 2, 1. Pelvis. 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 3, 2, 1. And last time, tilting the pelvis, leaning forward. 3, 2, 1. And stretching out that hamstring. 3, 2, 1. Okay. We're going to finish off with our last 2 stretches. We're going to focus on our ankles. Now, a lot of you have tight ankles, and this negatively affects your squat. So you're going to work on the ankles, and then after that, we're going to finish off with our squat hold. Okay? For the ankle stretch for today, you're going to go into your half kneeling position again, and we're going to use our shoulder or our chest to drive our knee over our toe so that we can stretch out the ankle. The idea is to try and drive the knee as far forward as you can while holding the heel on the floor. And then once you get that maximum position, you're going to move your knee a little bit from side to side. Okay? And then we're going to hold it for 45 seconds. And when I say hold, I actually mean you're going to move it around in that stretched out position for 45 seconds. Remember, you don't want your knee to come into the inside of your big toe. So keep it in line with the big toe and then to the outside. Another 20 seconds. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, and switch. That's 20 seconds. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, Guys, if you have been working on your squat holds, I don't know how many of you actually follow the videos that we post, but if you have and your squat has improved and you can hold your squat position quite comfortably for 2 minutes, then you can add an extra layer of difficulty today by adding shoulder dislocates to your squat. Okay. Also, if you cannot hold your 2-minute squat yet because of balance issues, you can use your dowel as well to help you keep balance. So you can use the dowel, press down into the dowel to help with your balance. If you do not need the dowel, you can just do a normal 2-minute squat. Then that's great. Then we're going to do that. And if you want an extra set of difficulty, you can go into your squat and then do shoulder dislocates. Nice and controlled for your 2 minutes. So, choose your poison, and then when you're ready, we'll start. And then we're going to hold this for 2 minutes. Okay. Everybody's ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice and proud chest, making sure the weight is over the whole foot, so stay off the toes, driving those knees out. Remember to keep breathing. Keep those knees out. Back nice and straight, chest up. That's halfway. If you need to, stand up, shake it out, and go back into your squat. Good times, good times. Another 30 seconds. Come on, you can do this. Into your squat, hold it. Knees out, chest up. That's it. "15 seconds. Knees out, chest up, round chest. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, guys, how was that? Unmute, speak to me.
Last one was hard.
Yeah, squat hold.
Good.
I was thinking of you, Mikhail. I know you struggle with the squat, especially on the toes, right?
Yes.
Cool. And you vote?
Awesome.
Well, the moving of the broomstick seems impossible for me in when holding a squat position.
Yeah, even myself, I noticed my butt pops up just a little bit to try and compensate. So it is next level stuff. So yeah. And you, Mia?
I think holding the hands and chest up in the squat was the hardest.
That's that lower back muscles coming into play, right?
Yeah. And I could also feel it in the shoulders somehow. I don't know. But it was good.
That's good. Dominique, you were so hypermobile. What?
Sorry.
Anything difficult for you, or was it just too easy?
No, it was okay. I feel it like For the last 20 seconds, I feel my lower back.
In the squat hold.
Yeah, the squat hold. But other than that, it's okay. But it's still difficult for me because I just have not a threshold or something. So,
I think for you it's also, I think a lot of the holding poses might be difficult for you. Just because, yeah, we tend to make use of our tight ligaments to hold a position sometimes, whereas you have to really engage your muscles around the joint.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And you, Basmarit?
Such tight hamstrings.
You
Yeah. No.
So now you know you got to incorporate some more hamstring stretches and a lot of dynamic hamstring stretches.
Yeah.
Just holds. And you, Layla?
My hips are just,
The hips don't lie, right?
yeah.
No, that's for sure.
It's like, okay, I should do more mobility.
I was doing this week, I was over the weekend I was doing the video for some hip stuff and I was doing 90-90s rotation and then a dip. And so forward leaning, that's fine. But then when I turn and I want to lean to my side, it's like nothing's happening. And I can literally just feel like everything's just stuck in the hip. So definitely more hip stuff for me as well. Queenie?
Well, the squat hold is fine. I can sit in that for 10 minutes. But then the thing where we had to go to the side with the leg, I just can't do it.
The hip CARs?
Yeah, those. That was horrible.
How many of you hear a clicking sound when you do it with your shoulders?
Huh?
How many of you hear a clicking sound when you do the shoulder CARs?
Yeah.
Okay, so
All the time.
okay. Do you also hear a clicking sound when you do it with the hips?
No, only in the neck.
A little bit. Okay. I don't hear a clicking sound, but I notice how I have to concentrate so that my lower back doesn't compensate for it. Before I know it, I'm almost into a cow, trying to just do a hip rotation. So yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. And with me, what was for you the most difficult?
Well, I didn't think it was very difficult. I've been trying to but my neck is very, I would say that the trapeze is very tight, so this is clicking for me. That's the only thing.
So in the supine 4 hold, that was probably something for you because you have to kind of keep your neck up there.
Yeah. Feeling warm.
Okay, great. Okay, well, guys, I think that's all I have for you for tonight. Like I said, check out the videos that we post. We'll also be posting recordings of this, I think. I just need to check, but I think so. So that people do not necessarily have to do it live, but can go and do it in their own time. We'll keep you posted on that, but definitely go and have a look at the videos that we post 3 or 4 times a week. Okay? And then if you're early risers, I'll see you Wednesday morning. Then we're going to do mobility again, targeting the same areas, obviously, but throwing in some different stuff just to keep it interesting and challenging. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Giselle.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thanks.
Bye.
Ciao.